Friday night's Western Mass game of the week was between the West Springfield Terriers and the Minnechaug Falcons. The weather for the game was perfect, about 60 degrees with a slight breeze, and it was the perfect atmosphere for a Friday night football under the lights. As you see here, the teams meet at the center of the field for the coin toss, which was won by Minnechaug. The Terriers entered play with a record of 2-0, and the Falcons entered tonight's contest with a record of 2-0 as well. The teams were certainly full of energy before the game, and the crowd was there heavily in favor of their home team, the West Springfield Terriers. Kickoff at Clark Field was scheduled for 7 o'clock. Now let's take a look at some of the highlights. The Terriers started off the night with a heavy ground attack, rushing on the majority of their opening plays. Later in the drive, Marquise Murphy got the Terriers on the board with the first score of the night. You see him get across the end zone there for the score, giving the Terriers an 8-0 advantage after a good 2-point conversion. They piled on more in the first quarter as quarterback Anthony Costa was successful on a quarterback sneak, giving the Terriers the lead 16-0. The Falcons would not go quietly though, completing a string of passes to Sam Chrisman, as you see here, as he goes up and leaps to get that ball that was thrown a little high. And then here you see him complete another pass to Dan Gorman, setting up Minnechaug to score their first touchdown of the night, as you see here, by Chris Jusick, as he puts it in, and that cuts West Springfield's lead in half, giving them the lead 16-8. The Terriers responded well after the Falcons scored, however, gaining big yardage on a number of plays. Primarily led by quarterback Anthony Costa, who ripped off a couple of big yardage runs, really starting to give the momentum back to the Terriers. It kind of felt as if he was in control during this whole drive, as you see him go for another big chunk of yardage there. And then they responded with a brother-to-brother connection for the touchdown, as Anthony Costa found Jared Costa with the pass to the end zone.
Number 2, Jared Costa for the touchdown.
At the half, West Springfield was leading Minnechaug 22-8. The second half was a totally different story, however. The Falcons were in control for the entire second half, and it all started with a Terrier fumble, as you see here. Trombley then connects on a big gainer, setting up another Falcons score. In the second half, Trombley was certainly hitting his mark, connecting on a number of passes with his baseball-like arm. And the play of the night came here as Chris Jusick ripped off a 40-yard touchdown run, taking it home to give the Falcons the lead for the first time of the night, 23-22 over the Terriers.
The second half, we kind of got it in sync a little bit. There's less penalties, and we kind of got in the groove a little bit, So I think that was just key in our performance in the second half.
Trombley connects again with another touchdown pass here, and this is when we saw the momentum change for good, as the Falcons extended their lead 31-22 over West Springfield.
During halftime, our coach said, first drive out, he goes, if you get the ball, if you stop them, we're going to win the game. He goes, if you let them score, the game's over. So the defense stepped up. It was a fumble, I think. Made a great play. We came on fired up, and we made a few plays, little mistakes, and then we saw the penalty killed us. Penalties, a big part of our play. But then on that 3rd and 20 or something like that, I noticed they were blitzing around the ends. And I noticed the seams were wide open on that, and our receivers do a great job of stemming inside. And I whipped it right up the middle. I knew he was going to be there. He made a great diving catch for the first time.
I had a rough start, and I really needed to step up this week, and I did, and I'm really happy.
Take me through the 40-yard run, kind of break down that play for me.
I kind of heard West Side calling Opie, and I kind of realized that was going to be an outside blitz, and it was a trap. And I knew the middle was going to be wide open, trusted my blockers, and the rest was history.
And as fans were piling out of Clark Field, Kyle Trombley runs it in for the score, giving the Falcons a lead 38-22, which ended up being the final.